I don't believe everything I read in the newspapers because newspapers are sold, and so in order for people to want to buy the news, I think sometimes they will stretch the truth and write things to get people's attention. So I think a lot of the times the news is true, but sometimes it's not well informed.
No, I don't believe everything I read in the newspaper. I worked as a journalist for about a year, and I know that sometimes things get rushed and changed in order to make deadline. I used to misquote people by mistake, and sometimes I would rush the information that I would write just to get it in on time, and I know my colleagues did that as well. So now I know not to believe everything I read in the newspaper to be true.
Sometimes I believe everything I read in the newspaper, and sometimes I like to get information from different sources. I like to read the newspaper and find out what's going on from a certain area, but I also like to get a different perspective, so I look abroad. Sometimes I read papers from Germany or from Great Britain, and this gives me a different perspective on just in general what's going on in the world and also even where I'm living.
I don't believe everything I read in the newspaper. Honestly, I very rarely read the newspaper because whenever I pick up the newspaper, there's always something bad in the news. So that I notice. I always see a headline, something horrible's happened here, or this person did this, and this is going on, and I don't like to read bad news all the time, so I've stopped reading the newspaper. Once in a while, I'll pick it up if I'm bored and have nothing to do, or want to see what the weather's going to be for the week. And I don't believe that either. The weather's usually wrong, so I don't really read newspapers.
The one thing that I believe from the newspapers are the sports results.
I don't believe anything that I read in the media. Newspapers want you to believe that we landed on the moon and that aliens don't exist, but I'm pretty sure we didn't land on the moon. I'm pretty sure aliens do exist.